Yeah, and you talked about our platform, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but for the companies that do have Blueshift XDR, what we're able to do is, we can install what we call a cyber threat sensor into their network, if you will. We install what are called agents on numerous devices, or even virtual machines, printers, so on and so forth. You name it, we try to put an agent on it, and that allows us to monitor for things like you're talking about, like strange behavior, with these honeypots that we put out there, various indicators of compromise. So while an SMB might not be able to really technically defend themselves against any zero-day attack, with a service like Blueshift XDR and our team of cybersecurity experts, or good guy hackers, as I like to call them, we can monitor these networks and these devices, and we can be alerted, kind of like we were saying with this Exchange vulnerability. We notice something strange going on. There was nothing in the news about this zero-day vulnerability, but by the data that we were receiving from these organizations, we could tell something strange is happening here. We need to keep an extra eye on it. And then, eventually, we were to put kind of two and two together once kind of the news came out, and let these businesses know that, they may have been impacted by this, and, here are some recommended steps for remediation. Is that correct?
That's 100% correct. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing for defensive cyber, right? So the blue side of cybersecurity, the defender side, is data collection, right? You need data. It's a big data problem. And even the smallest of companies generate a ton of data. So you need to be able to very quickly and efficiently go through that data, normalize that data, look for anomalies in that data, and then investigate the things that look odd. And that's really what we do. The collection of the data, not glorious, not proprietary, not everybody collects the same stuff, but the biggest, there are barriers that companies have in implementing any cybersecurity platform, the complexity of getting those platforms. And if it's too complex, it's not going to get done. If you don't have the ability to monitor and understand what's coming out of that system, which is not easy, it's not going to get done. And this is part of the reason why most SMBs don't have the capabilities that we bring to the table, is because it sounds simple what we do, but it's not easy, right? So it can be simple, but it's just not an easy thing to do. And they don't understand, but they don't know. Most people think that the IT guy is the know-it-all, right? And I have a soft spot in my heart for IT practitioners, because they have a very tough job. Their boss expects them to know everything, from literally like, how can I get my kids switch to work with this thing, all the way up to like, how do I implement this huge cloud system, blah, 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 and how are we migrating here and expanding. And then in the spare time, you're supposed to defend the network. Oh yeah, also go ahead and make sure that no one's hacking into our systems. Good luck. It's just not a fair fight. It's a different, again, not that cybersecurity people shouldn't understand IT, because they should. It's obviously part of the deal. But the expertise needed from a cyber side is very, very different than running, corporate IT. I couldn't do that, right? But I know cyber really, really well. And so they have to understand these are different disciplines. Just like you would go to a specialist, if orthopedic surgeon, if you ripped your knee, you're not going to go to, an ENT guy for that kind of stuff. It's like that with IT as well. So we have to get those things. You have to get that understanding to the executives, and it's starting to come, right? The news is helping us, right? It sucks, but you see these cyber attacks happening. You hear about the stuff that at least brings the awareness that's needed at the board level and the executive level, to say, well, what are we doing? And then you have things like CMMC on the government side, the cybersecurity model certifications that are happening, which are, again, audited type things that are kind of forcing the hand of people to get secure. So there's a lot of good things that are happening, but you have to make it so it's easy to install, easy to run, very low friction, but very, very effective. And I think that's kind of our secret sauce, by the way. That's what's going to make us successful.